For me, January was the best month of Ask the Wise Guy ever since we started. We made 2 times the monthly revenues that I had planned for. My name is Arpit Arora. I'm India's leading personal finance expert and passive income coach. I'm a TEDx speaker and also a financial influencer, working on that one single mission to help entrepreneurs and professionals to be not dependent on that one single source of income so that they can have abundance of money in their life just by managing the money they already have. This is the wealth inequality of India since 2000 to 2021. The white bar is the top 1% share of income. Okay. Can you see a pattern in the white bar? What is the pattern that you see in the white bar? White bar is going up or down? Steady growth, right? Okay. The red bar or the burgundy bar is the top 10% share of income of people. What do you see in the burgundy line? Is it going up or down? Relatively up. What do you see in the bottom 50% share of income, the blue line? So now the question is, what is it telling you? It's consist over a 5-year or 10-year basis. You see it's either consistent or going down, isn't it? It simply is talking about the ever-evolving problem of the rich continuing to be rich and the poor only getting poorer, because the top 1% owns even more today and has continued to do that in the last couple of decades and even the past before that, where the top 10% is also something that is benefiting because they're somewhere connected to the top 1%, but anyone after that doesn't even have a chance to be able to create wealth and riches in their life, which is why it's really, really difficult, and it's seen that people are not able to cope up and change their financial lives. The reason for that, I truly believe, one of the big reasons is that the reality of budget is that it's designed by the wealthy for the wealthy. Only drops of benefits are given to people who are at that level, at a lower level, where a lot of benefits, a lot of weightage is given to those people who are at the very top, at the very, very top. On those lines, I also read a news that Air India, this is not confirmed yet, but got a loan from State Bank of India at 4%. Got a loan at 4% for few thousand crores. So I'm not judging right or wrong. All I'm saying is that it's the game of money. It's really very unbalancedly created. So knowing this, does it hurt you a little bit to know these things? Does it pinch you in any way? Or you're okay with that? Maybe that's fine. It does? I had mixed feelings. When I got to know this data, I wasn't very happy, but then I realized, well, it is what it is. The question is, what can I do about it? Eventually, the bottom line is what I can do about it, right? I cannot change that. At least as an individual, I cannot. But I can surely do something about it. At least that much is in my hand. Would you agree with me? Would you agree with me? So if I can, whatever I can change, at least I can change it for me. What can I change is what I want to talk to you about. And that is the solution. So I'm going to give you 5 solutions that you can use to be able to benefit from whatever is happening and still be able to create the sort of financial life that I believe all of us rightfully deserve, because we are the ones putting in so much time, effort, energy and money into making sure that happens, right? So the first approach that I feel is the contrarian investing. Does any one of you remember we spoke about this certain topic maybe 2 or 3 months, somewhere in the last 2 or 3 months? What is contrarian investing? So the concept of contrarian investing is simple, that you invest in those places where no one else is investing. If the markets are going up, you're investing in absolutely somewhere else altogether. You're not taking the advantage of that, because once that shifts, you start making money. If you look at the average returns of the markets, for example, let's say the indexes have been growing 12-15%. It's actually correctly said, it's going against the trend. So whatever is happening as a trend in the market, you do opposite of that. I want to ask you something very simple. If you invest in indexes, are you going to make money over a period of time for sure, or immediately in a matter of just a few years? Index investing, which is the most common, most non-brainer way of investing. Over a few years or just immediately? Over a few years, right? So if you want to make money fast, do you think all of the money should be invested in the indexes only, or do you have to become a contrarian, at least some part of the money which can grow fast for now too? What do you think? Some part has to be allocated, now to choice hi nahi hai. Because either you have so much money and wealth that you're not worried about it. If that is the case, God bless you, and you should do more for your society. And you anyways are blessed. What about the people who don't have enough? People who have limited money? People who really have to save and invest and hope and pray that the money is able to compound itself to a point where they're able to achieve their financial goals and dreams. Which is pretty much relevant for most of the people. So contrarian investing is what exactly comes there. Very, very useful tool, where you don't invest where the trend is, you invest where the trend is not there. Because once the trend fades, you're going to make quick money, fast money, and a lot of money. And a lot of financial acumen is required to actually make contrarian investments, because most of the times, think of it like this. Everyone is making money in certain aspects, like recently we saw IPOs and so. If you're not investing there, you're definitely missing out. Like the fear of missing out is happening there, FOMO is happening there. But you are investing in other places where you know for sure you're going to make a certain amount of money. That approach is contrarian. I don't know if you've noticed or not, contrarian investors initially don't make a lot of money in a shorter period, but eventually they make a lot of money. This is a clear example of Michael Burry, the guy who is an ace investor and fund manager, who also predicted and made a lot of money from the 2008 crisis. And there's a whole movie dedicated to him, which is I think Academy Award winning movie, The Big Short. How many of you have seen The Big Short? Really good movie. If you haven't, it's a must see. It gives you another dimension of what happened in 2008. So the Inside Job is also talking about 2008 from a different angle. The movie, The Big Short, is again talking about the same event, but from a different angle altogether. So contrarian investing is the way through which you can make money in a shorter term. Like right now, what are the contrarian bets you've taken in your investment portfolios? Investing in gold, not investing in IPOs. These are contrarian bets, and there's one more contrarian bet which I'm going to elaborate in a minute. So you might not have seen a lot of movement happening right now, but you need to understand you're investing against the trend, which means you're preparing your investments and positions to benefit in the next cycle. So you're not investing in something that has already gone up, you're investing in something which is already down and is consolidating there, for it to actually in the next cycle start making money for you. That is contrarian. Is everyone following with real life examples, with your own examples? What are you really doing? And why is it that I feel that this is how you're going to start making more money without having to take a higher risk for it, obviously. Super, wonderful. So the second is smart taxation. Should we invest more than 15% in gold? No more than 15% of your wealth right now. If gold falls, then we would want to add more, but not at these prices. That's what I would do. Second thing is taxation, because it does not matter how much money you made. It matters how much money you're able to save after paying taxes. If I make 100 rupees and I pay 30% tax, I'm left with 70. If I make 80 rupees but I only pay, let's say 10% tax, or if I say I make 90 rupees, I only pay 10% tax, then I'm at 82, which is better than 70. So it's not about how much money you made, what is the percentage return, it does not matter. It matters how much you're able to save after that. So various different methods, especially something known as tax loss harvesting, is something that must be used by every one of us every year. What is tax loss harvesting? Most importantly, a method which helps you to not pay taxes legally to the government. So I will not go into more details of tax loss harvesting, we've already covered it. And if you'd like to go to understand this more, just go through the past sessions, because it's a big chapter in itself. The third part is having a high income, because when you have high income, you are able to have more income, save more, invest more. The easiest way for high income, what I have realized, is being passionate in doing what you do, which is why exactly I believe you are doing this course. Or this is at least my intention for you. My intention for you is not to make more money, invest more, get more returns. These are things will make you happy in the short term. What will really make you happy in the long term is when you have the real financial freedom. And the real financial freedom is when you're not worried about money. When you're having the power, the choice, the freedom to do what you want to do, to be able to follow your passion, to be able to say no to people or things that you don't want to do, people you don't want to work with, contracts you don't want to take. Having that level of power where you know you're going to get money from this, but you don't want it, because you are already taken care of enough by other sources of income, which give you that real sense of freedom of choice, freedom of time. That is what money is designed for. So that, I believe, is possible if you follow your passion and follow all of these methods. So high income is something on those lines. The fourth one is frugal living. And this is a very tight rope to walk on, because frugal living simply means that you are not spending, despite making money, you're not spending a lot of money. The first thing that comes in anyone's mind, even in my mind, subconsciously, is when you make money, how can I upgrade my lifestyle? For me, January was the best month of Ask the Wise Guy ever since we've started. We made 2 times the monthly revenues that I had planned for. 2 times more than it, little more than 2 times. What's the first thing that I did? I upgraded my laptop. I went on a break. So it's natural, although I did not spend a lot of money on it. But then again, the mind first thinks of expenses. The moment and I'm telling you by my own flaws and example, that this is exactly how mind works. So, and yes, to some point, it's a gratification of your effort too, which was a very conscious choice. But then again, for a lot of people, it's not conscious. For a lot of people, they want to spend half the money into upgrading their luxuries, having a better lifestyle, buying things which are not assets, so on and so forth. I invested in experiences. I invested in something which helps me to enhance what I do in my professional life. But how many of us are actually doing that? So living frugal is simply about the philosophy of buying things that you really need instead of buying things that you actually want, because wants are unlimited, needs are limited. And the last one, which is an opportunity that has come for us, is global exposure. So global exposure simply means that some market in some part of the world will be undervalued. So now that we have all of these provisions, why not? In fact, I haven't started on this myself. I'm still on the research part, but I'm just trying to frame your mind in the same way it's framed here, is that you open up yourself to the idea of now investing anywhere in the world, in whatever instrument which you find cheap. When you have that level of, because that level of research is already here, it's only that level of intention and just taking and jumping on those opportunities. Because some of the other asset in some of the other part of the world, in some of the other index, is going to be undervalued, right? So if we can find that, why not keep on rotating our money into those assets globally which are undervalued. So you're not just dependent on what's happening in your economy, you're open to very much whatever is the possibility of growing your money in any asset class in the world. So amongst these 5, can you tell me point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the most biggest impactful one for you? Which was the one that had the biggest dent on you, or the one place where you feel you are lacking the most? Can you tell me numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which one is the most impactful for you in your own circumstances? And you're definitely going to work on it.